Hello, I'm here to persuade the audience that abortion should be illegal and that there's multiple ways of handling the situations in a different manner. With every abortion that occurs, another inaudible scream from that unborn child and the rights of that child is taken away. It's important to look at the facts, statistics, and outcomes and the alternatives before deciding to get an abortion. Close your eyes and imagine with me everything you have done, your experiences, what you have achieved and accomplished, where you have been throughout your whole entire life. Now imagine if you weren't born. You would not be able to do those things that you did or done. Your rights were taken away when you got aborted. How would you feel if your mother decided to abort you instead of giving you birth? Do you appreciate life? You should, despite the world being so messed up and cruelty of it. There are so many endless opportunities to embrace. By you being born, you have every right to do so many things. Today, I will show you through facts, statistics, outcomes, and alternative options to why we need to make abortions illegal everywhere. And now let's start with some hard-hitting abortion facts. Abortion is a termination of pregnancy and expulsion of embryo of a fetus that is incapable of survival, cited by Webster's Dictionary. The Supreme Court legalized abortions in 1973, based on Roe v. Wade case, cited by willing and unable doctors' constraints in abortion care. In 2008, approximately 1.21 million abortions took place in the United States. Also cited by willing and unable doctors' constraints in abortion care. There are three types of abortions. There's the abortion pill, methotrexate, and the surgical abortion. The essence of the Roe v. Wade decision is that the constitutional rights apply only after birth. Hence, abortion does not preach persons' right to life. In 2008, the highest number of reported abortions occurred in New York. Now that we have some statistics and information which proves how abortions begun, I'll show you the aftermath of getting an abortion and how it affects the body in the future. Abortions have serious, sometimes permanent effects on women. These are a few of many risks that may be caused upon getting an abortion. There are some possible side effects that women may experience after the procedure. It may last up to about 2 to 4 weeks, cited by the American Pregnancy Association website. Some of these possible side effects may be abdominal pain and cramps, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, spotting, and bleeding. Now, these are some of the potential more serious complications following after the abortion. Now, although serious complications occur in fewer than 1 out of 100 first trimester abortions and approximately about 1 out of every 50 late-term abortions, it is very important to be aware of these following risks. Heavy or persistent bleeding, infections or sepsis, damage to the cervix, perforation of drugs, damage to the organs, and possibly death, cited by the American Pregnancy Association website. Now, the symptoms that I stated are pregnancy symptoms as well. Emotions are also a risk upon getting an abortion. Some risks include mostly psychological emotions, such as having a sad mood most of the time, sudden uncontrollable crying episodes, and extreme guilt and anxiety. These also depressions and thoughts of suicide, sleep, appetite, and sexual disturbance. Emotion reactions to abortions are delayed, sometimes for as long as 5 or 10 years. Now that we have a clear understanding of why abortion should not be acceptable and how it affects us women in the future, I'll share with you some of the alternatives and that could be used besides of having an abortion. Everyone should be able to have the right to choose. Abortion just should not be an option. Here are some alternatives to choose from. Another option is adoption. One alternative is keeping your child. Now, parenting may be complicated, but being a parent may be difficult to most, but children are a blessing, and that they should not have to suffer because you can't handle someone else's life. Adoption is also a great option as well. So many people are not able to have children. And if you feel as though you cannot be a good parent, there are plenty of people that would love to do your job. Now that we know why we should strive to legalize abortion everywhere, I remind you why. I have given you solid facts pertaining to the history of abortion, from the effects and the outcomes of receiving an abortion to the alternatives that can be used. Life is priceless. Life is a priceless thing that can never be replaced. Every living thing that is on this earth is here for a purpose. So it's very horrendous when a child who is just being his or her life is brutally murdered by the act of abortion. This child is affected the most by abortion because he or she would never have the opportunity to experience the happiness of life. The act of abortion is morally, scientifically, and legally wrong. Abortion is an immoral act that should never be performed. Our society beliefs are ruled by moral acts. So an abortion contradicts this belief. Life is precious and should be protected by everybody in the society.